I guess those are the
Susan's
people on
on.
Zoom don't get them.
Oh, my people here. Hi, Susan. Look how low his head is.
Oh. Cindy's taller than me. Good morning, everybody.
Why is Cindy on? Why?
I am.
One with a weird background of the.
Is that your computer?
Oh, that must be Brian. Is that his feet?
Oh.
Now I heard her.
Oh, no, there was. You can be featured on the call now. I don't know.
That's his shoes.
He's still sleeping.
What is that
We're
his
gonna
shoes? It's like, why do we see
I
over?
think we're.
He hasn't flipped his phone on.
I don't know.
So maybe. I need help.
Oh, Jerry, get rid of.
Hey, can I have you sign it to press button? I don't know.
Go grab a
Get rid
name.
of your download bar.
I don't know. They're random. I'll send you. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
We have a nice crowd that's actually in the office today, so excited to see everybody. And everybody's so excited to see everyone, they just keep talking and talking and talking.
Will you remind them if they're gonna do questions to everyone? Not private.
Those of you that are on Zoom, if you have questions, you want to make sure and do it to everyone, not just me, because I probably will not see them. So the staff will be watching for questions and we'll get any questions answered or asked in the group. So make sure you do everyone. Well, how's everybody doing? It's so excited to see everybody again. Excited to have you in the office and see your bright and cheery faces. It's so nice to see people. And I know there's a lot of talk about the corona and everything ramping back up, but really good to see some of you guys. And we've got quite a few people that are actually on Zoom. So we almost are to where we have a camera that we can put on the projector and have a really fancy meeting. And you guys will actually be able to see, we aren't lying, there are people in the room. And they will be able to, you'll be able to see more of those people instead of just the person up here talking and Mr. Redday. So we are just about there. I was hoping to have that done before tomorrow, but unfortunately we don't. So without anything else being said, let's go ahead and get this started. And you know, the one thing I'm stressing over is the on-time drawing. So I'm not sure really what to do with this one because of Zoom and because of people in the office. So this slide today is going to be only for opening it up for you guys to give me some ideas. What ideas do you have? Because this is kind of our new normal, where we have some in the office and some not. I know I've talked to a few people recently, and because of Corona kind of ramping back up, they're kind of doing the distancing again at home. So we're going to have this a lot. So what ideas do you have? That would be the only thing. The question was, why can't we, for you guys that are, I don't know if you can hear us or not, but the question was, why can't we just take everybody that's on time on Zoom and everybody that's on time here and draw from that? The biggest challenge would be with the Zoom people, we would have to write them down. Here you can just look at the names. So I don't know.
Kim Baker says 2 drawings, 1 for Zoom people, 1 for the office. Kelly Spears says put all names in a hat and draw after the meeting and put the winner on Market Center. I could screenshot everybody real quick. We could do after meeting. As long as everybody's in.
Jeremy's doing something if you can't see. Otherwise, you might have thought I had a stroke because I was just sitting here.
Drawing for the office attendees.
What was that again?
Marcy says, I think it's fine to just do an on-time drawing for the in-office attendees.
Okay.
That's the president.
Do you Zoom people agree? Does that sound, because that would be really easy.
Kim says, I agree with Marcy.
You know, we have your closest birthday to July 4th. And so anyone that was there.
That's a good idea.
I mean, and so you can change that up. But that way, you know, they could answer and we could answer.
Look at the teacher having a good idea like that.
Everybody else says they agree with Marcy. Missy says, do what's easy for you.
Well, it's easier if we just do it with the people that are in the office. So
Okay.
if everybody agrees with that and you
Yeah.
don't feel like you're being penalized because you're on Zoom. I don't want you to think you're penalized.
But we're
Everybody.
Extremely happy that you're showing up.
So maybe we'll try your birthday next time and see how that works. And if it's annoying to me, then I won't do it again. Or if I have to think too much, it's going to be a keep it simple, stupid kind of deal. So thank you for the ideas, and sorry we don't have another on-time drawing, but we're going to pass over that until the next time. And we'll try doing the birthdays and whoever's closest to that. All right, well, we have some birthdays. Speaking of birthdays, and don't you just love the graphic images that Megan has pulled out for us? So happy birthday, Jen, Ashley, Cheryl, Janelle, Jill, and Jason. Another year older and another year wiser, I'm sure. So, and then work anniversaries, we've got some people this month for work anniversary: Julie, Rebecca, Amy, Stephanie, Sarah, Paul, Keith, and Leslie. So congratulations to you guys on your anniversaries at work. So obviously we've had a lot of things happening in our world with just a lot of different things out there. We shut down the office based off of KWRI's suggestion to recognize Juneteenth. And that is going to be, going forward, a national or an international paid holiday. You know, it starts with us. I mean, it's very important that, you know, in the industry that we're in, we need to make sure that people know that they can build trust and believe that whenever we're dealing with them in a situation, that we're always going to do the right thing. It's part of our belief system. So we need to make sure that we're setting an example and be the change you want to see. You know, the ways that you can actually make an impact are educating yourself, donating to organizations that make a difference, continue the conversation, and ask, what can I do better? You know, I've heard from a lot of people, they say, you know, I just don't know what to say. Well, maybe just ask them, you know, help me understand what it feels like. You know, help me understand what you've gone through. Show empathy and support in all situations. So I think it's very important to make sure that people see that in us as a company, because that's the culture that Keller Williams has had. Red Day, it's getting closer and closer, and it's hotter and hotter, and it's gonna be real hot, I think, on Red Day. But July 25th, so far we're still, the race is on. We will have the option of doing a virtual race as well as the in-person race for those that do not want to actually come out with the coronavirus. And we are still lacking just a few of you guys that we need to get 100% sponsorship, not just sponsorship, but participation. We have a very large donation that will be made to the charities that are helping so many people right now during this time, that if we get 100% of you guys participating with at least a $40 run entry or a $40 donation or $40 to volunteer, if we get at least that from every single person, then we will get a large donation from an anonymous donor. So we're really pushing for that. We really want our charities to reap the benefits of this year, and our goal is 250,000 this year. So, you know, it's been a little challenging, a little different with the COVID-19 hitting us, but I think we've done a phenomenal job with what we've had. So sign up. You'll get to see me racing, hopefully running the whole time. I haven't started training yet, though, so maybe not if it's hot outside. All right, just kind of take a look at this week and next week's. I'm not going to go through all of these. The ones I do want to mention, though, tomorrow we will have our new agent orientation. That will be from 10 to 12. Any of you guys are welcome to come. We will have anything from talking about command to where the copiers are to what Jeremy does and what Kelly does and what we all do. We talk about the ALC. We talk about Kellerisms. We go through all of that you would want to know starting out. And then from 2 to 4 are the QWCO Awards. And I'm so excited again about the QWCO Awards. We are going to have so much fun. We have a potato bar with tater tots that we're bringing in. So we have some, I think there were mushrooms wrapped in bacon, and then little desserts that are in wine glasses. So you'll feel like you're having a cocktail, but it will just make you feel probably that afternoon sweet high. So we're going to have some fun. We've got some fun awards that we're voting on, and some of them are quite comical. So if you get one of the fun awards, you don't want to miss those. Make sure that if you don't understand, these awards were from last year's production. We would love to have everybody that could be here, that wants to be here. We will be doing it on Zoom so that if there are people that do not feel comfortable coming into the office, you'll still be a part of it. Again, it'll just be from the little computer screen that we have here, but we'll be able to record it for you guys, and hopefully you'll be able to get a lot of enjoyment out of that as well. So on Friday, we were supposed to do this last Friday, but since we closed, we moved it to this week. This is when we're having the stager in to talk about staging homes to sell. She has worked with, well, Katie is the one that gave me her name, but she's also worked with Brad. She does a lot of staging for Brad, and a lot of agents that have the high dollar listings, but even down to the 150,000. So we've got a series of questions we'll ask her, and then she'll kind of go through some of the best practices and show her some before and after pictures. Yes, everything will be Zoomed and in person from now on. So it just seems right. And then next week we start post-licensing. So post-licensing starts on Monday at 9 o'clock. So I think we've got a pretty good crew for that. And PR has reached out to a few of you to talk to you about teaching classes or sitting in on those. So, and then the office will be closed on, what is that, on a Friday? Friday, July 3rd to celebrate Independence Day. All right. We just talked about the QWCOs. We will do it from 2 to 4 in here. We are going to have a booth set up to where if you guys want to take pictures, if you have a team or if you want to do it individually, we will have it set up. We'll have Jason here taking pictures, so you guys will be able to get a nice picture for your team. We will hand out the awards. So if for some reason you guys that don't want to actually come into the office, just make arrangements with Randy to pick up your award, and we'll make sure and get that to you. All right, Randy. Woo!
Good morning. I just have a few announcements. Transmittal starts next Wednesday on the 1st. So if you could have your checks to me by 11 a.m., I'd really appreciate it. You guys are doing a great job in getting me those. I don't feel like I'm sending as many emails out asking for them. So thank you so much. I appreciate all y'all's help with that. Had 2 big announcements. Last week at our ALC meeting, we updated the earnest money policy. Previously, we had to let your money sit in the bank for 10 days before we could issue that. You know, that policy was written several years ago. I worked at a bank, so 10 days was perfect amount of time for the money to sit there, making sure that that money cleared before we reissued it to you. However, things have changed with technology and everything. So we have updated that policy. It's now 5 days. We only need it to sit in the bank for 5 days to make sure that that has cleared. Or you can bring us a canceled check showing that the check has cleared your person's bank, and Kelly will get that earnest money cut back to you. Please allow for a 24-hour turnaround. If you do bring us a check, you know, she's busy doing DAs and all that other stuff. So, you know, just give her some time to get that check processed for you guys. Also with earnest money, if you guys drop it off in the box because of the way opportunities are being named, please put your name on that check so we know whose opportunity that goes into. Okay. It's pretty important. Sometimes I think you've noticed the increase in all pages asking who's put that earnest money in the box. So if you guys will please add your name to that check, we'd appreciate it. And my last big announcement, as of August 31st, the MCA office will no longer be accepting green sheets. The commissions tab is open in Command. It's working. They're updating it every week. You do not, I repeat, you do not have to wait until August 31st to use the commissions tab. You can start using it now. We are having 2 classes in July and 2 classes in August on how to use that commissions tab. It's, I believe they're the 1st and 3rd week of July and August. And they're usually at 11. If you cannot make a class, we do have the training on YouTube that Jeremy uploads for you. So there are 2 videos on YouTube of our training. You can certainly go watch those. If you have any questions, any at all, everybody on staff knows about the commissions tab. So if myself or Kelly is not available, you can call Keisha, you can call Jeremy, you can call anybody on staff. They will help you and get you that answer. And please just be patient. They are doing a lot of updating. There are some specific things to our office that we need to have. So please, if you can't make it to those classes, just jump on the YouTube and watch it. They're like 20, 25 minutes long. The second thing, in the past, if you have done another transaction with an agent here in the office, the listing agent created the green sheet for both of you. That is no longer. We need you guys to do your own separate commissions or green sheets until the 31st. We're getting a lot of duplicate DAs because the listing agent is still doing both sides if they're using green sheets, and then the other agent is in opportunity, so they're creating their own. So everybody just create their own green sheet or opportunity or commission now from here on out. And that's it. I hope y'all got all that. If you have any questions, please feel free to give me or Kelly a call. We're here all day, every day.
Okay, so hope everybody's doing well. Where am I starting here? So just a couple updates with Command. First one is, I know we talked about this before, but just in case you hadn't seen this, you can customize that dashboard when you first log in. So if you don't want to see that stuff they default kind of at the top, customize it, right? Change it up, make it, you know, I don't know, reflect how you do business or what you actually just want to see. So everybody's a little different there. I just want to point that out to you guys. We have a couple more. So this is one, if you guys haven't seen this series from KWRI, this is, I don't know if it's the main one they're doing right now, but Gary Keller's involved in this. So I think he's in every single one. And it's right there when you log into Command, it's right there on the right-hand side. You don't even have to click anything. So if you guys haven't seen this, you haven't watched any of these Lifeline series, I highly encourage it. They're really good. They're interviewing top producing agents around the country, and they all have different topics and stuff. So check it out. But you know, if you don't, this way you don't have to go like dig around in KW Connect and find it. They are right there on your homepage in Command. And kind of to go along with that, they added this red button at the top of Command. I know you guys have seen it because I get questions about it all the time. It says on air. It doesn't mean you're on air. If you click it, it will just open up straight to whatever webinar they are currently doing right then when you're online. So that means they have something playing, they're interviewing somebody, there's a class going on, something like that. So feel free to click it. You know, they go over all kinds of different topics throughout the week. So I can't even I can't even guess to what would be on right then. So, you know, it might be something beneficial. You might get some value out of it. So take a look at it. I wish we could do it when we were on air, but we can't. So maybe one day. Oh, there was an animation. So just in case you couldn't see that little red button, it says on air. Now, I'll spend a second on this. So featured listings on the website is now out and live and available for everybody. This was something they launched maybe a couple weeks back for everybody, but I had some trouble setting this up. I do know how to do it now. So I have like a 2-minute video I can send you on how to do it, or if you just want assistance, I am happy to help you set these up, but these will display on your website. So I know this was a big feature request we had when these websites first came out. Everybody wanted featured listings, and we do have them now. So you just have to pick which listings you want to feature. But yeah, no, don't be shy. Reach out to me, or you know, if you just want me to send you that video, I can certainly do that. I'll make sure I post a link to Facebook so you guys have it too. But yeah, go set them up. They're really cool. Now, that's kind of all the updates I have, but I did want to talk to you guys about, well, there's another side. It's almost the same thing, but there's 2 different versions of coaching available for Command. So there's another version that's made for teams if you guys are interested in that. But the 2 I'm talking about right here, this one is essentially, I don't want to call it beginner training, but it's starting from the basics, right? Helping you get up and running, helping you integrate more of the systems than maybe you're currently using. Just, you know, if you kind of need that help getting started, this might be right for you. If you're already past that point, you want something a little more advanced, they have a mastering version, which this is meant for those people who you're comfortable with Command, you're using several parts of it, but you need a little more to help you get to that next level. Both of these are $79 a month. It's, I believe 2 calls, it might be 2 calls a week. So it's run by one of the MAPS coaches. So it's really good coaching. If you're looking for somebody to help you break through whatever ceiling you're hitting, this might be what you need, and it's not a heavy investment, right? It's not as much as getting a regular MAPS coach or anything. So, you know, I saw this. I want to make sure you guys were aware of that it's out there for you. Of course, I'm happy to help you with anything you need. But if you're like me, you kind of need that accountability partner, right? I know I'm not wonderful at it. If I don't have somebody checking up with me to make sure I'm doing everything, so that's what this could do for you, right? Set those goals and then help you hit them, because you're gonna have somebody who's gonna ask you next week about them. So, yep, I didn't know. If you hadn't seen this, well, there you go. Now you know. So, of course, I'm free coaching on Command, but I'm sure they're gonna take you in different ways. I mean, I don't understand your business the same way one of those MAPS coaches will, right? So, yeah, might help you out. And Scott Leroy, I just forget to talk. I need to talk about them more. If you guys have not checked out Scott Leroy's website, I cannot tell you, everybody I've sent there is raving about it. So you really need to look at it. If you're struggling with your website, I'll tell you right now, go check out the McIntyre Gantz Teams page and the Duncan Gals website, and you can see what Scott Leroy can set up for you. So didn't mean to call anybody out there, but can't take it back now. Like always, if y'all need anything, feel free to reach out. We can do one-on-one meetings or anything you need. So that's all I got. Okay.
Kiara.
So I was going to mention, which Cindy kind of already did, that we have our new agent orientation tomorrow. She kind of explained what it is, but we want everyone that hasn't gone through it yet, that's newer and kind of, you know, doesn't know the process of everything. So we invite you to that. And then we do have post license starting next week, Monday and Wednesday of next week. And so if you are a new agent in your first year, you have those 45 hours that are required to before your year is up. So that is for you guys to definitely come, but we open it up to anyone that wants to just kind of learn more. And we have some great agents that are helping us out. Appreciate you guys a lot. So you can kind of come and learn from different people and Are y'all laughing at me because I'm not standing? Sorry. I'm trying to get some different perspectives of how people run their business and what works. Then the next week, it's 3 days, correct? Other than 4th of July. It's on the calendar, and Megan will have too who's teaching and the subject, so you guys can pick what you need. All right.
Thank you.
Lauren, it's website time.
There are a couple new things at the website. I wrote it down because I'm gonna forget. There's only 3 things that I've added recently, but they're kind of cool. So the first thing is property tour sign up. There's a tab now under more. You click on that, you can just fill it out and the address, what side of Edmond it's on, and then it sends it to Jeremy so we can get it in the system and get you set up for property tour. The next thing we added is it market share reports? Is that market? Yeah, okay, so market share reports. So you can open that up. It's a tab by itself and it has all of 2019 and then we have a couple months on 2020 you can open up and check those out. And then also the cool thing is we got a tab set up for Jeremy. So if you need to contact him, set up a meeting, there's a page specifically for him under, I think it's called Get in Touch now. So if you open that up, then it'll have his contact information. You can set up, or not his contact information, you can do like set up a meeting with him that's 30 minutes, or there's like a form you can fill out. So you can choose like, I think we had 4 different issues or something like that. You can choose like, if you want to talk to him about command, or there's a couple others, printer problems, internet connection issues. And then there's like a box you can fill in if you have extra questions. Anyway, that gets into him. And then hopefully all those things are helpful for you. And I think that's it that we've added. So check those out, please. There's also a way to set up meetings with Cindy on there under the Get in Touch tab. So please check it out, kwcoconnect.com. I think it can be really helpful for a lot of you. So anyway.
Yeah, very, very cool, the website. I hope you guys are getting into it more and more. We're going to continue to repeat it and repeat it and repeat it and kill the dead dog until we hit it again. Just so you guys will go to the website, because I think once we start ramping it up and building it up, it's going to be really cool for you guys to only have to go one place and you can find everything there. That's the biggest thing I hear sometimes is you have so many places to go, you don't remember which one to go to first. So we're trying to help streamline some of that, but we also had with the Quest fees, we actually had a sign up so you could do that online. So we'll do that with like the Christmas party and Thanksgiving and all that. So it makes it a little bit easier for everyone to go a little bit more digital. I always wanted that when I was an agent because I had a really hard time coming in and remembering that I needed to sign up on the property tour. And I was like, if I remember it, I could go online and do it right then. So really, it's for those forgetful people that, like myself, that need to do it right away. So thank you, Lauren, so much. You have done an incredible job on it. So safety, I wanted to mention this because I'm sure a lot of you have seen the KW agent that was attacked in an open house in Virginia. It's just kind of where we need to go back to recognizing the safety, making sure that we're doing everything to protect ourselves and we're vigilant. One of the things I wanted to mention in this is on July 8th at 4 o'clock, Russ Landon will be teaching a safety class inside of post-licensing. So for any of you agents that want a refresher, or some of you that have never had that, please come and listen to Russ. He will give us some good tips and tricks on protecting ourselves. But also in this same regard, you know, we are hearing also in Oklahoma that the cases for the coronavirus are increasing and they're on the rise. Again, just putting it out there that we need to continue to practice what the CDC guidelines are, continue to practice social distancing. And for one, it's really hard for me because when I see people, I just want to be around people. And so I have to remind myself, but just make sure that we're doing everything possible and talking to our clients still. They have said that this could ramp back up again. We might even see it again, you know, in the fall. We just need to continue to make sure we're doing all the best practices that we can in that area. So again, July 8th at 4 o'clock here Russ Landon will teach a safety class for us. So Mega Camp. Mega Camp, the details are coming soon. It will not be in person. It will be a digital experience. So if you want to be one of the first ones to actually know what is happening and when, go to megacamp.kw.com. Check it out. I think you can put your information in with your email, and once they have an update, they'll send it out to you. But at this point, we're still waiting on the details to come. We have another Bold Pivot coming July 14th through August 6th. They are still opening this up to people that are outside of KW. So if you know a recruit that you've been talking to or someone that you'd like to bring on board, great opportunity to invite them with you to attend Bold Pivot. Again, it will be a digital experience and it will be $99. So it goes from July 14th to August 6th, and it'll be like it was before, I believe, on Tuesday, Thursday will be your class time from 1 to 3. And then on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or was it just Monday, Wednesday? I've slept since June or May. Okay, so 2 days will be the coaching. So Wednesday and Friday. So I think it'll be set up the same way. They have said that even this material is going to be completely different than the material that we just had in the Bold session that was in May. So, Ted, it's TED Talks.
Okay. I hurt my back. No, I know. So, okay. Just an update on rates. Conventional loans 3.125 on a 30-year term with credit score 760 or above, or 740 or above. FHA is 2.75. So rates continue to be low. They are forecasting that they'll be low through 2021. So, I mean, not that people shouldn't try to take advantage of it now. They should. I mean, there's no telling what happens in November in the election. There's other things that would definitely impact rates. So anyway, that's what they're forecasting. There have been some COVID restrictions that are now easing a little bit. So when I say that, as far as a lot of lenders would require to verify their employment for an individual the day of or day before closing. So now they've put that to 3 days. Effective July 1st, the bond requirements, we had limitations on those that you had to have a 7 or a 660 credit score, and we couldn't do conventional. They're lifting that July 1st with us. Now, there's been a number of lenders that totally eliminated the program or suspended it. So just know what's available. And yeah, that's coming out on July 1st. Jumbo loans are coming back. We had one investor that would still do them, but the rate was 4.75 with 2 points. So, and I've always prided myself in saying, okay, contact your bank or go directly to them, because typically they can shelf it. They can be a little bit more aggressive. Sometimes banks can be much more difficult too. So, but that's coming out also. And then property inspection waivers, which what that is if it's a low loan to value and agency support, which Freddie, Fannie, and Jenny support the value in the system, then there's not an appraisal. So with that said, as far as used to be that lenders would require the borrower to go ahead and sign a document saying that there wasn't an appraisal required, that's no longer required. So we always made sure that the realtor was aware, hey, don't expect an appraisal. We're not running into that right now too much, except on refis because the market's so hot. But I mean, it's something to be aware of. If you feel like the borrower's getting a great deal and they're putting 20% down, there's a high probability that there would be a property inspection waiver on that property. The other thing that caught us, July 3rd, that's recognized as a holiday. We had probably 3 or 4 loans that were set up for closings. So make sure they're either July 2nd or July 6th. So, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Look how short we are today. You guys like that, I'm sure. Buyer seller needs. What do we got?
So if you guys have anyone in that area.
Okay.
I still need, I have a buyer that needs Sequoia School. So anybody having anything coming in from that, please let me know.
Oh, and, I just got a little answer from Congress. The square footage for those are 3,000, 3,579, and they range anywhere from 585 to 670. There's two more on available back to one area too. And then the Everyone Realtors auction is coming up as well. So you guys know anybody that wants to donate an auction item, say smaller places or buildings that you might not think of, like President My Dad's or maybe something that's not. Someone that we can get to reach out to, obviously, all these people donate that are on our wall. If you guys have anyone, let's. Or if you want to.
The Zoomers can't hear what they're saying. So they can just start coming up.
With everything else.
Talk about it.
Okay, you guys will have to start coming up here because they can't hear anything you're saying on Zoom.
Sorry.
We're almost there. Yes, Patrick.
We got a couple more things for the end.
Come up to
Yes,
the front.
come up front.
We will remember for next week.
Basically, it was
Hey.
the Carla and Katie show.
All right, the Edmond board, a couple of things for you guys. And you need to understand that you now have a brand new portal on the Edmond board site so that you can each go in and contact, it will have all of your information on your classes and that sort of thing, the education that's upcoming. But some historical things. Bowling for Freedom. You remember when we all had a great afternoon early in the spring before all this stuff happened? And we actually were able to do 6 $1,000 scholarships for the UCO vet program. That's veterans, not vet medical people. And another $6,000 to the Warriors for Freedom Foundation. So that was a great day. Thank you all very much for those who participated in that. Lock boxes are back at the Edmond board. So if you need lock boxes, they are there. They have to be done with a credit card. They are $96, I think it is, $97.76 each while supplies last. And then finally, the thing that you guys really need to be looking forward to, July, well, let me get my dates right here. July 14th will be our first Edmond board luncheon again. Now the room will be spread out, so you're not going to be on top of each other. So please feel free to kind of consider that in what you would like to maybe bring back into your thing. The entertainment for the day. Have you heard this? Are you sure? Because this is right up your mouth. Patrick's not singing. And that's the deal. Nobody's singing. It's a lip sync contest. Okay, and that is the RPAC luncheon. So you'll have the opportunity of seeing a group from this office, I think headed by Brad. I think. Yeah, you haven't been asked yet. Well, you probably will. So at any rate, please put that on your calendar for July 14th. It's always a fun event. And there'll be at least 3 or 4 groups that will be lip syncing. And I think it'll be worth it. See Brad again in sandals and a jean jacket or whatever from last year.
All right. Did anybody else have any buyer seller needs on Zoom, out of Zoom, around Zoom? around here. Okay, well, couple of more things. We have over on the table, Susan had an idea to come up with a logo where we put Rhonda's time that she was here and everyone sign it, kind of like what you do at weddings when you sign the mat and you wish people congratulations. We would like for you to all, when you're leaving, to do that. And for those of you on Zoom, we'll have it setting outside the training room. And if you could come up and just sign it, we would like to present that to her tomorrow at our Quespies. Just love that word. Anyways, so make sure you sign that. And if you're on Zoom, come up here and sign it. So I would say that we'd need that signed by probably noon tomorrow so we can not have it out where everybody can see it. So the other thing is, I was going to say, please have a prayer request for Susan, because Johnny, they took Johnny to the heart hospital last night and they kept him overnight. However, they did an angiogram, I think is what it's called, this morning, and everything's clear. So she will be bringing him home this afternoon. I say that so if you have anything, you know, that I might be able to answer for you, you could just call me and I will help you. So we do need to keep him in our prayers just to make sure everything continues to go well, but I just wanted to make that announcement to you guys. Anything else? Yes. 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 Correct. No, you can just come. So the question was, the safety course is part of post-license, but anyone can come and you do not have to sign up. So thank you for that. All right. You guys don't have any?
I forgot.
One more thing.
Send out a sign out for the new licensees that need it, just so we don't have a head count. But anyone that wants to pop in and out.
Well, I didn't hear that first part.
For the new licensees that need the 45 hours to post license, I'm going to send a sign up for them.
Oh, the
But
sign up.
anyone else,
Okay, yeah. So if you need the post license, you will have to sign up for that so we can keep record of it. Anyone else can just show up to any of the classes. So, and it'll be on the calendar what classes.
And I'm sending
So,
a sign up
okay,
today.
perfect. All right. Anybody else have anything else? Break. Go be awesome. There's 3 homes on tour. Oh, why am I telling you guys? You're not here. There's 3 homes on tour. Y'all have a great day.
Cindy. For the senior graduating.
Okay.
What's that? Oh, it's clapping. Well, staging, yes, I answered that. So what is getting messaged to you privately? Because things were popping up, but not everything had already looked.
You can't do it and then pull up my.
That was yours. I'm being careful because I clicked out. See, I did that too. I hate that.
Open it.
Where'd it go?
It's a Zoom, it's the Zoom has made it that way.
Jeremy, what
So
happened?
maybe we need the social committee to appoint some people in the room to get it
We're
going.
trying to get on the.
So our cheerleaders
Oh, there it is.
during the.
Trying to get to the chat, but there's nothing
I
there.
think when one person does, yes.
It
Starting
was,
with-
16 messages.
but it's everything that I saw.
Yes. Well,
Everyone.
one of the.
But things were popping up.
One of the things that we talked about was how quiet it is. And if you get no energy.
Everyone,
Yeah.
everyone.
We got it so hard. It's gotten easier, but it is very hard. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. And plus it gets the energy up.